What's up, guys? My name is Rengawr. Recently, battlestategames having their main Twitch channel where I hosted a podcast about how I get from levels 1 to 42 in less than 70 hours played every single wipe. So whether you're a brand new player or a veteran player, there's just so much info here to save you so much time, which is really helpful if you cannot play the game a lot. If you guys want to see how I apply these strategies to my own gameplay, I have a YouTube series called Max Traders in 4 Days. I'll leave that link down below, as well as I'll be live on Twitch every single day, streaming and answering your guys' questions, questing, all that good stuff. If you enjoy, hit that sub button. Hope to see you guys in the stream, and let's jump into the guide. So starting off with our first topic, we have big picture tasking. Now, this refers to doing all the tasks in the game at the same time or from level 1. So we're not going to tunnel vision on just 2 or 3 quests that we have. We're working on the broad picture of all the tasks, because there's a lot of tasks in this game where you have to find items. So whether it be circuit boards or CPUs for either mechanic or different traders, and instead of walking past these items for 50, 60, 100 raids and not grabbing them, you can get them before you even need them. So once you get on these tasks, you can turn them in instantly. There's a photo on the wiki that shows you actually every quest item in the game that you need. It looks something like this. This list is going to save you so much time. One of the best features about it being that all of the items are listed in chronological order. So if you look at Proper, the first items you need for him is going to be the MP133 shotguns, then it's going to be the 60 round mags for the AK, then the half mask, and so on and so on. So I can literally gauge how far away items are from me needing them. So I can say, you know what, maybe these PM pistols are just too far away right now. I'm going to drop them to make room for items that are coming up really soon so that I can get my quests done a little bit faster. Another awesome feature is that items that are highlighted green on this list are required to be found in raid for quests, so that I know later on when I find an item that, you know what, I actually need to find this in a raid. So it's going to be a little hard. If I drop it now, I have to get it later. But maybe some items I don't need found in raid, like gold chains, for example, I can just drop those whenever and buy them off flame market to use those for my quest as I need. So it lets me prioritize items that are harder to find or that I need to specifically go into a raid and find them myself. So it'll save me a ton of time where I can start working towards crafting things. Very important. Now, gunsmiths, some of the weapons are hard to get, like the RSAS, which you're going to need to get 7 like bear dog tags and 7 USEC dog tags. Save those to do that barter from Peacekeeper. It'll save you so much time, as well as DVL is also an annoying one to get. So if you see these guns ever in marked room or whatever, pick them up and save them. Now, the gunsmiths do change from wipe to wipe, so the wiki will update. It usually takes about a week or 2 to actually update the gunsmith. They have so much info to add to the wiki. So I'll be putting out videos for all the gunsmiths as I do them throughout the wipe. So if you want to see those will be on the channel. Check that out as well. But other than that, use this list to the fullest potential, guys. Make sure that you don't need items found in raid. Don't waste time. And make sure to pick up items that you need before you get to them. Now, moving forward, we have pairing up tasks. This is a pretty simple method to saving you time, and you're pretty much doing all of your active tasks at once. So you're going to go to maps where you can do 3, 4, 5 quests all at once. And you're not trying to go to maps like customs, you only have 1 map at a time, or 1 quest. You're going to go to interchange with like 4 or 5. It sounds like big picture tasking where you're pairing up tasks together, but the difference is big picture tasking refers to like doing quests that you're not on yet to save you time, and pairing up tasks refers to more so doing tasks you already have active right now. So when you pair up tasks, it's important to make sure that you are going to maps where you have all these things together, and you're not doing just 1 or 2 tasks at a time. You're just finishing up everything that you can do. So when I'm doing quests early, I like to pair up things like scav kills with getting early keys, so I don't have to wait, 10, 20, 30 raids to get all that done. It lets me unblock things. Sometimes when you do get stuck on tasks, which happens to everybody, it's important to not tunnel vision on the whole being stuck on tasks thing. Sometimes you're stuck on a gas analyzer or needing a certain key. What I like to do with this is work on as many tasks as possible while also trying to unblock myself. So whether it be like a flash drive or a key or, I don't know, needing a shotgun, whatever the item is, try to get that item while you're also pairing up tasks and getting items for future tasks all at the same time. You're tying this together so that even if you are stuck on one item, you can still make progress later on.
And yeah, like Rengawr was saying, I really like pairing up my tasks because it helps me be more efficient with my quests. If I had, for example, like 1 quest on customs and 5 quests on interchange, I want to go to interchange because it would be like most efficient for my time. Also, just a quick side note, before you load into a raid, make sure you have all the keys, because it's really annoying that you need to go to 5 different places and you forget the key.
One of the biggest mistakes I see most players make is they put too much emphasis on completing dead-end tasks. Now, a dead-end task refers to completing any task but does not actually lead to any future tasks, so there's no benefit to really completing it because it doesn't lead to new things that you can use to pair up with your current objectives. You just are stuck with your current tasks, and that's really it. Now, one of the most infamous examples of this is Proper's quest called Shootout Picnic, which is you have to kill 15 scavs on woods as super early on quest. Now, the reason that this quest is not good to do is because you waste so much time running around woods to kill scavs and it doesn't lead anywhere. So there's, I want to say 5 to 10 quests in the game that require you to kill scavs on woods, and you can just do Shootout Picnic at like level 30. That's when I do it, because you just do it when you have to kill scavs anyway for your future quests, you know? You can just focus right now on doing the earlier quests and actually progressing through the quest lines, and that's how you ramp up the levels. You do the quest lines, get more quest lines and more quest lines, and you can just put that quest on the back burner until you eventually need it, or just get that done passively doing your other tasks. It's just so much more efficient now. Check if any task is a dead end. You can Google any task name followed by the EFT wiki, for example, Shootout Picnic, and in the top right, there'll be a box about the quest, and it'll say leads to, and if that leads to section is blank, that means it does not go anywhere. And you can also follow quest lines backwards by going to the previous as well if you're into that. But just avoid dead end tasks. You can weigh the pros and cons. Maybe it's worth doing a task because you need to get a little bit of XP to get level 15, and then okay, it's worth that just to get flea market, whatever. But think about the pros and the cons of, is this task worth my time, or can I do it later? The most important factor to getting through your quest fast is actually surviving, which I know sounds simple, just survive, but one of the best tips to survive is just avoid players whenever you can. Now, obviously, take fights you think you're going to win, or where you have stuff to gain or nothing to really lose, but it's not worth taking fights versus players who are going to have mediocre gear when you have quest items or quests that you can complete if you extract to just, you know, coin flip. You either get some bad gear that you could buy in a couple levels if you got your quest done, or you just don't get your quest done, and that just feels awful. Now, I'm a PvP player. I prefer fighting players, and people go, well, I don't play the game like you, so I can't progress like you. But that's not true, because by the time that I get to like max traders, I don't even have like one PMC kill a raid. I'm just speeding through the raids to get my quest done. So I balances out a lot later in the wipe, or even shortly after I get max traders. But I'm avoiding PvP literally whenever I can, because all I'm doing is risking my progression when I fight players, because no one's gonna have gear that I want. So my early life strategy is something that I cover a lot in my Max Traders series. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave that linked in the description, as well as I'll put it up at the top right now if you want to watch that. It walks through how I go through the early progression of the quest. Now, one of the biggest things that I do is avoid customs. I avoid customs as much as possible. And you're thinking, why? Your first quest from Proper is you need to kill scavs on customs. Well, yes, that's true, but I also need to get the 2 shotguns, and I can buy this in level 1 Jaeger. So what I like to do instantly is examine every single item on all of the traders, every single one, and that gets me level 2. And if you get level 2, you can restart your game, and then you can go to Mechanic, and you will unlock the quest called Introduction, which has you go to Woods, and then you get the letter for Jaeger, and then you turn that in, and now you have Jaeger. So boom, instantly I can buy my 2 shotguns off my first raid that I complete. Now, you're thinking, okay, now it's time to go customs, right? And we could do that, but everyone is going to go customs because they're thinking what you're thinking. Man, I want to go kill my scavs for my customs quest. Well, sure, we can do that, or we could accumulate wealth and get future quest items and work on current quests all at the same time. It's important not to tunnel vision on just a couple tasks in front of us. Again, big picture tasking. So what I do is I go to Reserve. Now, I used to go to Interchange. You can go to, honestly, any map. You can go to Woods. I like Reserve personally because I'm looking for things like gas sands, morphines, I'm looking for my Saliwas, I'm looking for CPUs, T-plugs, circuit boards, everything that's coming up for quests in the future, I need. Now, I want to get those as soon as possible because it gets to a point where I'll just speed through a bunch of quests because I have so many items at once. When you start the wipe, they give you a bunch of Triton and Commando rigs. Now, I save these rigs and do not use them at all unless I go to Reserve, because Reserve has 3 extracts that you can take mainly. One of them being the Hermetic extract, which I have to hit the switch and then run across the map 3 raiders to leave. It's very hard to do with level 1 skills, so I don't do that at all that early. Number 2 being the Dome extract, which needs a red rebel and a paracord. I don't know about you, but I don't have that level 1 ever. So the last option really being Manhole. Now, you could go D2, but D2 is always going to be like camp/packed and have people fighting raiders, so I don't even count the ones in extract because it's just too impossible to get through. The last one, though the manhole is going to be so important because we can leave there with no backpack reliably. And our Triton rig and our container is going to be how we take loot in and out of the raid. We get in, we get out quick, and we just keep rolling until we get those morphines, those sleeves, those gas sands, and you just get those quests starting to pile up and pile up. Now, where I go is 3 separate buildings. One being the Black Bishop building. This is called School or Tech building. It has the drop-down room. You can get gas sands and drop-down. You can get T-plugs, circuit boards, all those good things. There are a sleeve of spawns throughout the building as well. There's also a med building is next to. It's called White Bishop. That has tons of propadols. You're going to have morphine, saliwas, IFACs, so you get meds in your container that you can use for future raids, as well as quest items that we can use for therapists and hold on to. The last one being the Queen/King building, whichever one you want to call it, has the server racks. Again, you can get gas sands, you can get all these things in there. You can get just med spawns. I'm going to have a video that I'm going to link at the top as well. This is going to have the exact route that I was running to get all these items so that you can copy that if you want to, but it's a really effective method to helping you get these early items. Now, I do run reserve reliably until I get to about level 5, because when you get level 5, you unlock the quest from Skier called Supplier. And what you have to do is you give him a Taz fountain raid and a 3M body armor fountain raid, and then you unlock the quest called Extortionist, which, guess what, is on customs. So we can pair up this quest with our kill scavs on customs, and we have a super easy run all lined up. So while I'm doing this route and looking for all my items, I'm always looking for scavs that I can headshot, because headshots are bonus XP. It takes 5 headshots to level up one time this early in the wipe, so headshots are huge. And I'm looking for that 3M and that Taz every single run that I'm doing, even if I don't find it, because when I get to level 5 and I can do that, now I have my gas sands, I have maybe 2 of my Saliwas, I have my morphines. I'm so ready to get just one more Saliwa and I just jump through Therapist questline. I can go to customs, get the unknown key from the body at RUAF, go get the folder, kill 5 scavs, and boom, I just went through maybe 10-15 quests in the course of like 5 to 7 raids. It's huge how fast you can progress. Now again, if you want to watch the Solomon Max Trader series, it's down below, but this is my early wipe strategy, and I'm going to just snowball off this, and I do this every single wipe, time after time. Now you can go customs, you can go anywhere you want to. This is how I do it for reserve. This is my strategy, this is what I apply. You can go to your favorite map, with just the same idea in mind, get your items, get in, get out, run it again. Now, if you're new to the game, scavving is a great way to help you learn maps, get some money, have free loadouts. It is fantastic. But if you are more experienced with the game, want to level up faster, scavving can actually have the opposite impact, where it helps you level up a lot slower. The main reason being is whenever you get kills on your scav or loot things, you don't get XP for your PMC, which means you're missing out on XP that you could level you up, as well as you can't really do a lot of quests on your scav because you can't kill things and they count towards those quests, and you don't get leveling up of your skills while you're doing your scav as well. So you're losing out a lot on points of strength and endurance. And a lot of people are like, I can't get max skills, and it's because you have 300 to 500 scav raids, and if those were PMC raids, you would have actually had the max skills. So with that in mind, scav in moderation. I scav, honestly, not at all. I think it slows me down personally. I do it in the beginning. Let's say like level 5, I'm done. If for you, use as much as you want, but just keep it in mind, if you want to level up faster, scavving could be holding you back. You're going to know that better than I will. If you're new to the game, please scav. It's going to help you out so much. It's going to help you learn the maps, get more comfortable with the game. If you're new, do it. If you're more experienced, it's like wipe 5 or 6. If you want to level up faster, don't use your scav as much. Cut back. If you like scavving and it's your thing, please scav. Whatever you like, but that's just something to keep in mind. With this in mind, there are a lot of keys in the game that are really easy to find that you need early on, people don't even know about. So, for example, if you go on the wiki, you can find out where any of the items are. The link is there. But early quest keys be like the unknown key. The unknown key is used for the extortionist task from Skier. That's that task after the 3M body armor. So, whenever I go to customs, I can check in. There's a dead body in this bush. It's between the intel spawn, the crack house, and RUAF. This body, every single raid spawns the unknown key. So even if I spawn by here and I don't get to go and do my quest, I know that I can get this key, put it in my container, and then use the key whenever I need to do it for the quest. So I can go here whenever I need it, and it's fine. Same thing with something like the machinery key. People get stuck on this key all the time. It has a guaranteed spawn on dorms. If you go to 3-story dorms, room 205, inside the brown jacket, it is guaranteed to spawn every single raid. It only won't be there if someone loots it before you. So you don't have to be like, oh, I can't find this key. I'm checking filing cabinets and jackets, and it's just not there. It's always in this jacket. So whenever I go to customs, after not going there for the first 5-ish levels, once I get level 5, I do end up going customs. I look out for these keys whenever I'm by them because I do know that they're common spawns or almost guaranteed spawns. So whenever I get the chance to get them early on, I go for that, as well as looting filing cabinets and checking scav bags. Something I forgot to mention earlier is that Peacekeeper is a really good trader to get level 2 really fast, because he does not need any rep to level up. It's just the money spent and the level. So once you're level 14, you get access to some actual decent like full auto guns. Like you can use an MPX and it's not too much recoil. If you like that, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's there if you want it, as well as level 3 armor and helmet. So something I'd look out for is if you don't normally get Peacekeeper leveled up early on, you can do it as an option. So someone wanted to know about, will this strategy work as a group of friends or only if you're solo? So it'll work as a group of friends, but the thing is you have to split up your items, you know? Try to be on the same picture together, and you don't want to like hog the tasks. I feel like it's really good if you're playing in a duo or let's say a trio, and you don't want to all finish your like Saliwa task at once, in my opinion. If you don't have any but your friend has 2, like, if you want to be a homie and level fast, if you give him the other Saliwa, like, he'll be on the next task. So he can still progress while you're progressing, and then vice versa. Like, because you gave him the Saliwa, maybe he'll give you the shotguns, or he'll give you the flash drives, right? You guys, like, trade it that way. So if you guys are on, like, different spots, but kind of in the same spots. So if someone's like, I got your last flash drive. Boom, all right, well, here's the Saliwa, so you get that done, and then makes your life a lot easier. How do you get over tasks, or task slump? So that happens sometimes where you get stuck somewhere. I try to, again, go in with goals because I want to not get stuck, because I'm not the biggest fan of doing quests. That's why I try to do them fast, because the faster I do them, the less time that I have to spend doing them. If you get burnt out on tasking, it's okay. You know, sometimes I get burnt out. Take a little break. Go run around PvP, make some money. Like, do something that, like, helps you have fun, and then go back to it. Sometimes I get, like, stuck on a task for 10, 20 raids, and I don't want to do it anymore. So, like, I'll switch it up. Even if it's not efficient, just being able to get my brain wrapped around, like, avoiding something is not bad. You know, good way to deal with it. That was the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that sub button. We have tons of great guys coming in the future. And feel free to come on the Twitch stream. We're going to be live every day. Link in the description. Ask me any questions you guys have. And I'll see you next time.